I'll ask them twice, but I won't ask them the third time. Because when you embrace your femininity, you do not chase, you just attract. If these people want to come on, they will come to you. People ask me, have I always been this feminine? And how do I embrace my femininity? Hello and welcome back to the Cilia Li Show. It's your girl, Cilia Li. If you've been following me, you know that I talk a lot about feminine energy, like how to embrace your femininity and all of that stuff, right? Also, often people ask me, have I always been this feminine and how do I embrace my femininity? So, answer to the first question is no. I used to be really masculine. In fact, I didn't even know what being feminine means. I just thought being feminine means dressing girly, wearing heels, wearing dresses, doing makeup, get your hair done, nails done, and all of that. So, but no, those make you look feminine, but it's not really what you do. It's a being, yeah. So anyway, so reason I used to be really masculine was because my dad and my granddad mainly. So let's talk about my granddad first, R.I.P. If I didn't do stuff correctly or swiftly, my granddad would go to my mum, Daidoxi, like calling that person Daidoxi in Cantonese. So translated literally, it means a big dump of poo. Okay, it's basically saying you're useless. You know, you're a big dump of poo that you're just there. You're not even moving. Do you know what I mean? It's like that. So yeah, he's called that. I have to hear it all the time. Move on to my dad. Similarly, my dad also, if me and my brother didn't do stuff efficiently, correctly, or the so-called quick way, the shortcut way or the smart way, according to my dad, because my dad seems to have all the smart ways to do things, right? If I'm doing my own way, which he doesn't agree to, he will think that is dumb. He would think, nah, you're, again, didoxy sort of thing, yeah? So growing up, there was this pressure to always have to be accepted, to please them. Anyway, now I'm not saying that I don't get stuff done, but I embrace my feminine energy more. So like learning how to receive, because back then I actually struggled to ask for help. So when I was in events, I had problem asking for help. I had to really try to do everything myself because I had trust issues. And even to be honest, even now I'm actually learning how to, even when it comes to my business, still be in my feminine. And now I've learned a lot how to receive, how to be receptive. So receive help or receive whatever it is to do what I want to do even better. So I don't need to waste my energy on this, so I can move on to do, so I can use my energy on something else even better to produce better work. In fact, I probably am more efficient now because I'm not stressing myself out as much. And this is the answer to question number 2, how I embrace my femininity. I work according to my cycle. So you will have heard me talk about syncing your workout with your cycle, but also it's not just your workout, but it's also your everyday life. So the week of so when I'm on period, I won't do as much work. Like I just, no, if I'm tired, I allow myself to rest. Every Mondays, I do less work because the month I said this before. So Monday is ruled by the moon, and moon is feminine energy. So I wouldn't really do like anything. I wouldn't do cardio on that day. I'll do something that's more flowy. I wouldn't be cooking, because creativity is feminine energy. So I just do less on that day. So Monday is pretty much like my rest day. Sunday I don't really rest. I actually work. After my period, the follicular phase, that's more for like brainstorming time and all of that. And then the ovulation. When I'm ovulating, then I'll be getting my stuff done. I'm more sociable and more active. I'm more active, so I get more stuff done like that. And now I also go by how I feel. Not that I don't have goals, but I'll do more like intentions. So for example, how would I show up? What are my intention for doing this? Say for example, if I was to organize a workshop, I'll be like, okay, my goal is to have 20 people sign up so I can make this amount, right? Nothing wrong with that if that works for you. But for me now, it's more like I set intentions. So I'll be like, okay, the reason I'm doing this workshop, I feel like this workshop would be great to help women build confidence. Does that make sense? And I will still say, I would probably want about 20 people. And the reason I say I want 20 people, this reason I still have numbers in there, because then at least I know how to facilitate them, the amount of things that I can get, things like that, and the cost. So there is still that number in there, but the way I'm approaching it is different. Oh yeah, and because my dad always wanted me to get stuff done, so it would frustrate me if someone didn't get stuff done. Someone would take their time. So for example, one of my exes, he was just so long in getting things done, and I get so frustrated. So I'll be so much in my masculine, I'll be like, you know what, babes, don't worry, I'll do it myself. I hated waiting on people. So yeah, I think that's another thing. That's why I had trust issues, because I can't stand waiting on people and rely on people. I'd rather do it for myself. But now, sometimes I still wouldn't rely on people. I'm still learning, to be honest with you. But I go by feeling. If I feel like, you know what, this person's not reliable, I'll just do it myself. But also I go more with the flow. So just surrendering. And trust me, when you learn how to let go and just go with the flow, oh my God, it is so much easier. It's just less stressful. You basically don't stress over things that hasn't even happened yet. So for example, this podcast, I love having guests on. So I would research to have certain people to come on. Now I would have people say yes, set a date, and we agree to come on. There's been several times where I've had people say where they change their mind last minute. Actually, you know what, I don't feel like I'm ready to come on, or even just say, oh, I can't make it, can we reschedule? And even if they reschedule, I said, okay, let me know when's a good day, and they don't come back with a day. I'll ask them twice, but I won't ask them the third time, because I don't chase. The old me, I would have been angry. I'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake. Don't get me wrong, I'm still a bit frustrated. I'd be like, oh man, it would have been a good story, or this person would have been good. I'll still be like, you know what, I'm not going to stress. If it was meant to be, it's meant to be. There's a reason why you didn't end up coming on my podcast, probably because you're not a great fit. And you know what? I'm not going to lie. After season 2, I took a long break, right? And because I was just like re-strategizing, like rethinking the direction of this podcast, because I feel like I was going off track anyway. And I realized the people that I was asking to come on, I'm glad that they didn't come on in the end, because I thought, you know what? Their story is great, but it doesn't align with what I preach. As in, it's not about what I'm talking about. Their story is inspirational, but it's not about women empowerment. It's different. So yeah, so then I was like, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. When you embrace your femininity, you do not chase. You just attract. If these people want to come on, they will come to you. Just like Jerica Brichet, she was the one that actually reached out to me because she saw my post about appearing as a guest on my podcast on Instagram, and she reached out to me and she was like, hey girl, I just saw your post, I would love to come on as a guest to talk about betrayal and trauma healing, all of that. And like, do you know what I mean? So something like that was perfect. You would manifest these people, you would manifest the right people to come on. So if it's meant to be, it will be. And so yeah, so that is how I embrace my femininity, being able to receive, go by feelings, so my intuition, surrendering, just go with the flow, these 3 things. So yeah, anyway, that is it for today. And if you enjoyed it, show me some love and support by subscribing and liking and sharing this podcast. And I'll see you in the next episode.